Welcome back, everybody. Did you have a good snow vacation? Snowcation, I guess we call it? Yes? No?
Yes.
No? Did you have to work on the grounds here?
So, we're removing snow the whole weekend and everything. Yeah.
So that's why you have the blank stare.
Yep.
No, I did not have a good snowcation. But we're glad you're here. I walked across campus, or sidewalks were going, so that was nice. Had to walk through a few snow piles, but that's all right. I noticed our swan was liking the ice. He's sitting down there on ice, just like looking out at the water. So he's okay with it. Welcome back. Well, we missed today. We missed Monday. And today we are supposed to catch up on our speeches. Now, Jacob, obviously you don't have to do a speech today because he's got here. Well, I'd rather you get at least a few days preparation for it, see other people and what they're doing. This is basically our introductory speech where you're going to tell us about yourself and a little bit about your life and some challenges you've overcome. I handed out some outlines last week, and I believe I posted it in our course shell as well. So you can go there and under introduction speech and see the outline for the speech, and then you can get it ready for next Monday. Have at least one or two other people who are going to be going next Monday. But today we're going to try and make it through as many as we can. And let's see, Ray here today? No. Emily, we know. Well, wait, Emily Bond. That's you. Okay. I need to I don't know how to separate y'all in my mind yet. Oh, wait, Jacob, you're already on the list. That's why you're absent a couple times, because you didn't know what was going on in here.
Yeah, no, I got told this was an online-only class.
Oh.
That's when I heard it was blended, and I didn't know what that meant.
Okay, well, you're here now. That's all that matters.
Now we're going to start getting the attendance points.
Good. I don't do attendance points.
Oh, you don't?
No.
It showed as a point system on the...
Yeah, I don't pay attention to that stuff.
All right, cool.
Just come in here and I'll tell you what's what. So the reason I don't do attendance is because you can watch it on TV and or the classes are recorded and uploaded. So really, even if you're sick for 2 weeks, you don't have any reason not to watch the classes and check them out. Come around spring break, everybody wants to take off early for spring break, the Wednesday before spring break, because your family has a ski trip that you've been taking for 15 years and everybody has to leave and go, and something's always up on that period. I'll say, oh, fine, we still got to watch the classes and know what we're doing. Kenyon? There's no Kenyon. I wonder what happened to him. Kylie? Never showed. She's never going to be here. Maddie?
Here.
That's you. Right. Maddie. Okay, good. Other Jacob? Reed? Oh, right. He was here last week, wasn't he? But not here today. The only reason I keep track of attendance is 2 reasons, Jacob. One, so I can try and learn everybody's names. Maybe by the end of the semester, I'll have everybody down. And secondly, just to see if you're here. And it gives me a way to look at attendance, not for points, but if you come to me and say, you're trying to survive the semester or whatever, and I look back and notice you were gone 14 times, well, you may not get as much grace as if you were here a lot. That's all. Ari, already heard from. Colby, never going to be here. Wyatt at least sent me a message today. He's not feeling well. Wyatt, if you're watching, we hope you get better soon. We'll look forward to seeing you back in here. Addison is a no, and probably never. Braden, that is you. Okay. And Olivia, that's you. Okay, good. And Laura, that's you back there. Okay. Olivia, Laura, Maggie. I know there's no other person in here, so she's gone with Emily, right? Okay. We're going to give her an absent anyway, just to stress her out a little bit. Okay, well, that's where we are. So what we're going to do today is we're going to hear everybody's that's here, or if you're prepared, your introductory speech. And so I am going to go to the back of the room and sit down, and let's see, here's a basic outline if you didn't get one. You can kind of follow along with what people are doing. Anybody else need one of these? Okay. All right, well, who is going to go first? Let me just, if you don't volunteer, I'll just start going down the list. So let's see, well, Emily, guess what? You're at the top of the list. Oh, Olivia, you want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
Okay, you're all ready. I can tell, it's just ready to bubble out of you. Right? Okay, well, now Hold off there till I get back here and get set up. Laura, why do you have a golf ball and golf glove? Are you on the golf team? Okay, so you just like live with those?
Yeah. Wait, you're doing a spoiler.
What's that? Oh, I'm doing a spoiler. Oh, that's your visual. Sorry. It's unusual. You walk back here and I see a golf ball. I'm like, but now we know. Okay, hold on a second there, Olivia. We're getting it together back here. Gotta get your critique speech ready. Big echo coming out of me. Back there, ready? Is your door open or it's kind of loud maybe? Okay, Olivia, take off.
Hello everyone, my name is Olivia Whitsett and I'm from Collinsville, Oklahoma. Pre-K through 5th grade, I attended Owasso Public Schools, and in 6th grade, I moved to Collinsville where I completed the rest of my schooling up into graduation. During my junior and senior years of high school, I did concurrent classes through Tulsa Community College. I started here at Rogers State in the fall as a nursing major, and this semester I have switched to an elementary education major. During my time here, I have enjoyed making new friends and doing numerous activities such as karaokeing, movie nights, and game nights with my friends. And in my free time, I also like to vlog for my YouTube channel, which is why I have brought my phone camera as my visual.
We're getting there.
Ah, yeah, there it is.
And you can use that knob on the side
Okay,
of the projector up there or the
This one?
camera. You can zoom in with that thing.
zoom in. Oh,
There you go. So you can go in a little bit further.
that's
Or
cool.
wherever you want to be there.
Yeah, and so I brought my phone camera that I use for my vlogging, for my YouTube channel. I also enjoy making coffee in my dorm with my espresso machine and listening to worship music. I am currently trying to get a job to work as a substitute teacher so that I can form connections to better my chances of getting a job after graduation. I hope to be a 3rd or 4th grade teacher around the Collinsville/Owasso Public School District. I plan to keep following the Lord and hopefully get married and have children. I want to have at least 3 kids, and I hope to be able to adopt a child in need of a loving home. Right now, I'm working on living a healthier lifestyle and staying close to God and growing my relationships. Something fun about me is I love to cook and bake. One thing I enjoy baking is sourdough bread. It is a really tough challenge. It takes a long time. An event that has shaped me recently is I went to the Passion Conference in Arlington, Texas, and it was the most moving experience I've ever had and really changed the way that I'm living my life. To wrap up, my name is Olivia Whitsett, and I'm from Collinsville, Oklahoma. I am an elementary education major, and I'm really enjoying to have a semester with you all and getting to know you better. Is there any questions?
Yeah, what about your vlogging? You showed us your phone. You didn't actually show us any, like YouTube or anything.
I mean, I have my YouTube right here on my
Like a
computer.
still image of
I have it on my computer.
on your computer,
Yeah.
just so we can see what it looks like. Because since you're a vlogger.
Yeah. Here. I don't know if I have this. You see it? This is my YouTube channel.
Okay, so college life and good times.
Yep.
And so you do a vlog and talk about what happens at college and
Mm-hmm.
do you have people, like, looks like you got some viewers, good. Have you monetized it yet?
No, not yet.
Do you know how to monetize it?
No.
You don't? You connect it to your bank account.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
then the more views you get when you reach a certain threshold, then they put that money in your bank account.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
that's how you make money with this. So right now it looks like it's sort of a hobby, you just like doing it, right?
Yeah,
Good.
it's fun.
Okay, that's positive. Now let me ask you this, your inspirational experience was the conference you went to,
Yes.
right? That sort of changed your outlook on things?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, Olivia, I thought this was well organized. I did like your visual once you showed it to us finally, and it wasn't just your phone. I thought that you're speaking well, you're speaking a little quickly.
Okay.
So let's slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
And vary your melody somewhat.
Okay.
So you're not just the same on every sentence.
Okay.
And then what I would also say, very affable up there, meaning you're friendly and pleasant to listen to. but your hands are hidden in your sweatshirt and behind that podium.
Okay.
So get one of them up a little bit and
Okay.
gesture somewhat,
Yes.
okay? I liked your vlogger thing, so I thought that that was good, but I thought overall you did a solid job. Let's give Olivia a hand. Way to go, Olivia. Yay. And next, we're gonna go to Emily. Emily Bond. Goes to like, my name's Bond, Emily Bond. No?
Do you want me to say that?
Well, I don't know, do you? I just wondered if
I
you
wasn't
did.
going to, but I can.
But I just, do you ever is my question.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, okay. I just wondered. I would, if it were my name.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Emily Bond, and I'm from Locust Grove, Oklahoma. In high school, I went to Northeast Tech, where I got my CNA medical assistant and phlebotomist, and I now work at a hospital in Tahlequah. I enjoy being on the farm and hanging out with my friends. We own a small family farm. And here I am majoring in nursing, mostly because I want to help people who can't help themselves. I was an FFA in high school, but now that I'm in college, I'm not really in any clubs. My future goals are I want to be a nurse, but I'm not sure how far into schooling I want to go, so I'm not sure if I want to just get my BSN or go all the way to nurse practitioner, but I definitely want to get my BSN. I hope to travel to at least all 50 states in the next 10 years and own my own little farm or ranch eventually one day. A fun fact about me is I have 3 sisters and no brothers. A memorable experience for me was my family likes to travel a lot, and so we did 10 states in 10 days. And that was one of my favorite trips that we ever took. This is my belt buckle. I won it at the Mays County Fair my senior year. I showed pigs and cows my entire life, so I won breed champion with my Charolais. So in conclusion, my name is Emily Bond. I'm from Locust Grove, Oklahoma, and my dream is to be a nurse. I'm looking forward to getting to know each one of you throughout the semester. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions?
How are you around all the gross stuff in the hospital?
Oh, it doesn't bother me.
Do you think it is tied to you being around animals all this time?
I do, but my sister doesn't really enjoy anything, so when we have to pull a calf, like she has to step out because
Okay.
it makes her want to pass out.
So she doesn't like it.
She doesn't like it, but it doesn't bother me at
On the
all.
other hand, you're okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay, that means you're ready for that profession, that's for sure. I thought you did a good job up there. You're well organized. Again, I use the word affable a lot. If you don't know the word affable, I would definitely look it up. It just means that you're friendly and listenable. So that's a good thing. I thought you had a good mix of talking and reading. I thought you also could slow down a little for emphasis. And I thought you also could free your hands. They're pretty locked on the podium up there. So wave one around every now and then. I would also say that your eye contact was good with me, but not anybody else. You left everybody else out of the room here. So look around at your other classmates or your other people in the audience as you're talking. But overall, I thought you did a good job. So let's hear it for Emily. Yay, Emily. Way to go. Okay, Jacob doesn't have to go today.
Yeah, I can think something.
You think you can? All right, let's go.
I'm just gonna read off the paper, which I don't like to do the,
What's that?
I'm gonna read off the paper.
No, okay, you get up there and then we'll tell you how you did. I'm sure you'll do great. So get up there and
We
knock
love
it
it,
out.
please, or do we,
What?
are we allowed to actually?
Well, don't walk outside of the camera, but
I said twice.
when you get up there, you'll see where the camera is.
I didn't say
Yeah, we're gonna stick.
Okay? No,
it's like right there.
the TV monitor. Okay? So don't go any further than that.
Okay. All right, good morning, everyone. I guess afternoon now. My name is Jacob Boyd. I'm originally from Muskogee, Oklahoma. Born and raised, moved around a little bit to Sapulpa, Tulsa, and up here in Claremore, actually. My education journey was not the best because I kind of blew off. I'm still in it. I kind of blew off all my classes in high school to be an athlete. Look where that got me. Blew out my knee, didn't really get it. My hobbies is basically just like working out, listening to music, just like overall just hanging out with my friends and stuff. Clubs and organizations I'm in, I'm one of the founding members of the fraternity on campus. I'm also part of the student veteran organization, which we just help dudes get VA money, help them out, do all that. My career aspirations at this point is just to graduate college and actually find something transferable. Because after my time in the military, I didn't really get a good job. So I'm trying to end up being a high school history teacher, hopefully, fingers crossed. If not, probably just go join the pipeline again. Personal goals. Eventually, I want to live the dream. I want to go get a house out in Montana with some big land, get some cattle out there. That's a personal goal of mine. I really want that to happen. A fun fact. Fun fact about me is I have only been to one country, but I've been to 48 states. I guess that's cool. And then we have a memorable experience for me. So I think the most memorable experience I've ever had in life was the first time jumping out of an airplane. Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. I jumped out, had a dude on my back, and I passed out, and they had the video of it. So every time they showed the videos, first time people, they showed the video of me passing out. Just going limp and everything. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm just gonna end it there because this is pretty off the wall, not the best for just shooting from the hip. My name is Jacob Boyd from Muskogee, Oklahoma. It's great to meet all y'all. I'll learn your names soon enough, but I hope all y'all have a great day. Does anyone have questions?
Yeah, what happened when you hit the ground?
The dude pulled the parachute. I didn't wake up.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
it's like when you hit the guy in the
trainer
back.
was with you and he pulled it.
Yeah, it's when you go to the airstrip and you want to go do parachuting, you just pay a couple $100. Yeah.
Right.
You jump
So
out.
he pulled it, but you passed out.
Yeah, I passed out as soon as I did it. Yeah.
Well, that's what you get for jumping out of a perfectly good airplane.
I'd never do it again. So.
But you've done it once, so that's good enough.
So
I like that you had movement early on. You wanted to move back and forth. That's really good.
it's just hard with the camera, kind of.
In a stage environment, it's good. But in this environment,
You gotta stay right here, kind
within the
of.
frame. You know, you can move to where the camera is, or maybe to the right a little bit. Given that movement, you want to also get your hands up so you can move them around a little bit. I think you have good volume. You can see how practice would smooth out your speech.
Yeah, instead of just kind of reading
Winging it
off
off the outline.
Bring a couple
you give
cue
us some
cards.
stuff to work with there.
Yeah.
But secondly, of course, so far you're the champion today, and you don't know about this, but we have an champion.
We have an
in every
champion?
class.
Let's go.
So what you want to do is consciously get those out of your talk.
Yes, sir.
When it starts to hit your head, just let it be silence.
Okay.
Similar to the word like. These are things
Like.
that we try and get out of everybody's speech early on. But I thought overall you had some interesting stories, good background, we have some things in common, so I always like hearing that kind of thing. I went to Muskogee High, and I was also in the military. So.
Yeah, I went to MHS, was a rougher for 1 year, and then went to Hilldale, graduated out of Hilldale.
Oh, you went to Hilldale?
Yeah.
That doesn't really count.
Better school,
Muskogee.
better school.
Right, that's like the suburbs of Muskogee. Okay, back in the day, there was no Hilldale High School. It was only
Yeah,
High.
it was like the little shack on the hill, yeah.
So, all right. Well, aside from all that, thought you did a good job. You have some things you can work on, but glad you made it to class, and we'll keep smoothing it out as the semester goes on. Let's hear it for Jake.
Thanks, sir.
All right, Jake. Let's see. Up next, it looks like it's gonna be, that was Jacob, so we will check him off. Kenyon. Wait, he's not here. Braden is here, but I don't want to go that far down the list. Maddie's here. Let's hear what Maddie has to say today. So, this is Maddie and Lauren. Okay, we're in really good shape.
So hello everyone, I hope everyone had a long snow break. My name is Madison Yamas. I do go by Maddie most of my life. That's what I've been known as. I am from Claremore, but I mainly grew up in the Tulsa and Broken Arrow area for most of my life. I moved to Claremore around 13 or 14 years old, and I graduated from Sequoia, not Claremore, from Claremore Sequoia in 2023. And I came to RSU to pursue nursing and hopefully get my BSN in nursing. As a high school student, I loved sports pretty much, but it was mainly running. I was in cross country, track, and I did cheer for about 2 years. And after I graduated, I do enjoy running, but I really needed a break from all that. And right now, I never got back into running, but I did start going to the gym. That kind of just like made me get off my feet, stay in shape a little bit, with my free time. I also enjoy reading every now and then. I like watching different shows or movies. I like playing with my 2 dogs. I listen to music a lot. I enjoy baking. And one of my new hobbies is off-roading. So these are my goggles that I take off-roading with me. It helps get dust out of my eyes because it's so dusty and dry out here. And I hate the feeling of dust in my eyes, so that helps a lot. And my boyfriend's the one with the Can-Am. I just sit in the passenger side. I enjoy the adrenaline of it, but right now I think I'm stuck on just like, being passenger. Maybe one day I'll end up getting one, but for right now I think, just sitting in the passenger side is fine for me. We've gone to a couple parks, but I think some of my favorites are Mulberry, Arkansas, or here in Oklahoma. Colcord has a park, it's called Fiddler's. That one's pretty fun. For my career, I want to be a nurse, but I really don't want to stop there. I kind of want to further my education and become a CRNA, which stands for a Certified Registered Nurse Anesthetist. And I would have to go back to school, and after I gain experience of a couple years as a ICU nurse. And my personal goals are obviously to complete my nursing degree in my CRNA. But in between all that, I enjoy traveling, and I would like to travel, quite a bit like many other people. And specifically, my current obsession has been going to the beach. I've been to beaches before in my life, but I really want to go to a beach in Florida or Gulf Shores in Alabama, or go back to a beach in Hawaii. Those are pretty. And a fun fact about me is I think I consider myself an adrenaline junkie. I would love to go skydiving one day. I don't know how soon, but one day. And something I will always be grateful is for my coaches in high school. I was pretty shy growing up, and I feel like doing sports in high school really opened me up, especially cheer, since I am like in front of the school, doing chants and whatnot. But my track coaches really set like that stone for me and made me get out of my comfort zone. So I appreciate them for that. And to sum up everything, I am Maddie Yamas. I am a nursing major, striving to become a CRNA, and I would love to travel around the world. I'm excited to hear everyone's speeches today and get to know everybody a little bit more. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes.
Yes.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, I don't really have a favorite movie. I'm more like on shows.
Okay. Well, so you said you watch movies, or you like to watch
Yes,
movies.
sometimes, every now and then, but mainly shows.
What's your favorite show then?
Right now, I think it's Attack on Titan. It's like an anime movie.
Okay.
That one's I enjoy that one.
Okay, what's your favorite music?
I listen to a lot of Spanish music.
Okay.
So mainly anything Spanish. I think I've been listening to a little bit country. I used to hate country before, but I got into it and pretty much mainly Spanish.
What do you like to bake?
Right now, I have loved baking some chocolate like muffins with like chocolate little bits in it. They're just pretty good. Or chocolate chip cookies are my favorite. But
What's a bucket list place you want to travel to?
Spain.
Okay. Very good. I'll stop asking questions there. I asked those for a reason, which was you mentioned all those things,
Yeah.
but didn't give us an example of them. And so kind
Yes.
of making an example of you for everybody else. When you mention something, fill in some more details. Now, you did do that a couple times,
Yeah.
though. When you talked about your coaches, the way that you like to go off-roading and the places you like to go off-roading. So you have that knowledge that you need to give us a little more information.
Yes.
So what I'm trying to get you to do is always think, when you mention something generic, to go ahead and give us an example that we can relate to. I thought overall, again, you have a good affability, you have very smooth speaking style, a good pacing. You were looking around the room at everybody, so I thought that was good. Didn't really read your speech, you talked it, so I thought that was good. You also can free your hands.
Okay.
Free them a little bit. You just move it a little bit. Anything that gives a little more emphasis. Now, I can always see that back here. You might be up there doing stuff with your hands. You can't see it because of the
Okay.
podium.
Yeah.
So I thought you had good examples, as I mentioned. I liked your visual. sometimes you can do things, you're just showing it to us, and I know you don't necessarily want to put it on or anything, but when you use a visual, the more you interact with it, the more it serves as a good prop.
Okay.
So if you were to walk up there and like start with it on your face and start giving your speech, that would be an attention getter.
Okay,
That would get us. Other than that, you said a couple times, that was sort of your verbal crutch, so you'll kind of want to get rid of those. But overall, I thought you did a good job. So let's give Maddie a hand too. Yay, Maddie,
I have a question.
please.
Do you speak Spanish?
Yes.
Really?
Do you speak Spanish?
Yes.
So you guys speak Spanish a little bit? You're
No,
from Spain, Spanish?
I'm from Argentina.
Argentina?
Nice.
And where's your Spanish come from?
Mexico.
Mexico.
Oh.
Are those two Spanishes similar?
Different slangs probably,
Yeah, accents and things?
Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay, well, we won't put y'all on the spot. We're really ready to hear it. Okay. Last semester, I had 2 Vietnamese students in here. And so I got them to do parts of their speech in Vietnamese, so we could just hear how they speak in their own original language. And then I had them talk to one another, so we could hear that communication going on between them. I think it was good for people. So, but I won't put you on the spot right now. Later. Speaking of on the spot, Braden's on the hot seat there. Notice how slow he's getting up and how he creaks when he walks. That's because he was shoveling snow all weekend. So thank him when you're walking across a nice, clean sidewalk today. Yay! Hold down, there you go. Nice. Nice crew.
All right, well, hello everyone. My name is Braden Strickland. I'm 29 years old. I was born and raised here in Claremore, spent my whole life here, basically never leave, so unfortunately. I work here at RSU as a maintenance technician. Been here 10 years, doing basically anything from hanging the Christmas lights, removing snow, even hung these TVs 2-3 years ago, so.
All right.
Yeah, funny enough. This is my family, so got Madison, my beautiful wife right here. And this is Nathan. He's my oldest, he's 5. This is Ava Lynn. She is 3, and she doesn't normally have that, depressed look on her face. She was sick that day, unfortunately. But had to bring her to daycare to take that picture. Malachi, he is 2. He's my 3rd oldest. And then Laylee, that's my baby. 9 months old, smiles at everything, giggles, obviously, just happy little girl.
The boss.
Yep, so that's my family. In terms of my education, I'm pursuing a degree in business management. I'm in my senior year. This is actually my last semester, so
All right.
yeah, graduating this May and look forward to that. Very busy life with 4 kids, working full time and college. I'm lucky to get 5 hours of sleep any night, so. A little bit about me. I like sports. Actually have 2 records from Claremore High School in track and field that, as of 2 years ago, I still held. I don't know if I still do to this day, but I'm sure if I don't, my old track coach will let me know and give me a hard time. Oh, we got beat or something.
What are they?
The 4x2 100-meter relay and the 4x4 100-meter relay. And I have the 3rd fastest 400-meter time in Claremore history, so, yep. My future, I don't know what I want to do with my degree, so it's still kind of just open to anything. I know my degree will help, but my family's going to help the most. They'll be supporting me no matter what, so. One of the personal things I'm working on, I really don't have much time to work on it, but trying to learn Spanish, so, nowhere near where they are, I'm sure, so.
Let's convert this to a Spanish
Yeah,
class.
I could definitely not have a conversation with them, that's for sure, but I'm also working on German, so trying to do those 2 in my free time. If you ask what experience shaped me into the person I am today, I don't have a single point I could point to. Basically just shaped by my family, my wife, kids, so. Being a father has taught me more about patience and responsibility than any job or class I've ever had, so it's a lot of work and just love my family a whole lot. Sorry about my sniffles, I was doing snow all weekend, so been having a runny nose for days. So to wrap things up, I'm a Claremore native, work here at RSU, staff member and a proud father. My goal is to keep growing, whether that's through learning a new language or finishing my degree, all while being the best father and husband I can be. And I look forward to getting to know all of you, and I look forward to spending the semester with you. So, any questions? Yep.
What was your 400 time?
50.08, I think it was. Yep.
How'd you avoid speech for so long since you're a final semester?
Well, funny enough, I took it as a sophomore online, but having 4 kids at home, it was hard to film it because I had to have 3 other adults, I think,
Right.
to sit in. So it was hard to get 3 adults in and then put all the kids to bed. So I had to put it off and just take it in person. Funny enough, this is my lunch break, so it just fell perfectly 12 to 12:50.
right.
Yeah, my lunch break's 12 to 1. This is 12 to 12:50, so worked out perfect. So
Good. I'd say a few things. Very affable up there. Your visuals are great, and I think that that's just a really awesome way to get your speech going, give us some insight into you, introducing us to your family. I thought this was well organized. You have a good volume up there, and you should all notice how Braden uses his hands. He uses them when he talks, so it creates a dynamic up there. And I would say the same thing to you that I said to Maddie, and I broke right in the middle, was when you mention something that's significant, go ahead and give us some specifics. So for her, it was cooking and travel and music and movies, and then I asked her for an example for each one. So if you mention those records, go ahead and say, it was for this and it was for this. And whether or not you tell that story again in that same way or use that is not as significant as remembering the concept of breaking open your generalities into some specifics that the audience can grab onto. I like the story of your work, and overall I thought you did really solidly. However, Jacob is no longer the champion. You are the champion for this class. So you had 8 of them. So that's something you want to work on getting out of your speech.
okay.
It's a subconscious thing that happens. You don't really think about it until you start focusing on it. And so I noticed Olivia looked over at me when Jacob said because she knows I'm back here going, that's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5. And yeah, that's what I'm doing because I want you to be hyper aware of it, that that's what's going on. So I thought you did a good job there. And that's something you can work on for the next time. Be comfortable with the silence in the midst of your talking. Typically we think we have to put something in there, but we don't.
Okay.
Just let it resonate. Okay, let's give him a hand. Way to go, Braden.
Thank you.
Nice work. Where are we? Okay, we're past the Navy speech now, because Laura's coming up next. Let's see what will happen in the last few minutes here. Maybe I'll just talk some. Okay, so Laura. All right.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Lara Foyhel. I do have a middle name, but I don't like it, so I'm not going to tell you. I'm from a small town of the south of Argentina. This is my first year here at Rochester State. I'm studying graphic design. I choose that major because I have liked drawing and painting since I was a kid, and also I don't really like math or biology, so I didn't have another option. I'm part of the Rochester State golf team, so this is my golf ball and my glove that I use most of the time. That means that I'm a student athlete, so yeah, classes are not my only responsibility, but that's okay because I really enjoy playing golf. One of my future goals is to work in something I really like, probably like graphic designer, and to have a family and 2 dogs. A fun fact about me is that I have an older sister, this one right here. Everyone says that I look like her. I don't really think that. Maybe when she was my age, but now she's 28 and I'm 19, so yeah, no. So to conclude, my name is Lara Foyhel. I'm from Argentina. I'm studying graphic design. I'm in the golf team, so I'm the course most of the time. I do have classes online because that's better for my schedule. And I'm really happy to be in this class. I'm looking forward to know each other a little more than today. And thank you for listening. Any questions?
If you're from Argentina, how'd you find out about Rogers State in Claremore, Oklahoma?
There's one friend from Argentina on the golf team also, so
I see. How'd they find out about it?
I don't know.
Don't know. Okay. Let's see. Where do you look at the golf ball before you hit it?
Like when I'm watching it, like when you need to look like you put your club here, so your eyes need to be like on this part of the ball,
Okay.
and most of the time your head needs to be like this.
Okay.
So you just try to not move your head when you're
Okay.
swinging.
Can you do that same answer in Spanish for us?
No.
Okay, well, never mind that. Okay, overall, I thought you did a solid job here. You've got good volume. You're very affable up there, and I use that word because it's an easy way to say friendly and listenable. All that's really good. So you've got that going for you. Of course, English is your second language, so that's a extra challenge for you, is to be on TV, to be talking to us in English when your first language is Spanish. So that's always to be commended. And similar to what Braden was saying regarding learning a second language, there's not much that's better for your brain than knowing two languages.
Yeah.
The way it stretches your brain out. So that's really good. And I'm not going to focus too much on your pronunciation at this time, but every now and then I'll pick something out and say, this is something you could smooth out your English for. But I didn't really find too much in there at this time around. I did hear 5 ums, so you did not win the championship today, but you are tied for second, it looks like. So that's something that you want to work on. And similar to golf, the lower score you have, the better off you are. You have good volume up there. I think we'll just continue to monitor your progress and see how you do, but I thought you did a solid job. Let's give Laura a hand. Yay! Good work by everybody. Let me make sure I got Braden checked off there. So we're still missing a few. I guess I need to go up here and be in front of the class. So I'm the teacher, right? Okay. Good work. And you can tell you're a college golfer because the looking at the back of the ball, it stumps high school golfers sometimes. When I have them in my classes, I'll say, where do you look at the ball? And they'll say, what do you mean? You just look at the ball. And I'm like, no, where do you look at the ball? You look at it where the club's gonna hit it. That's what it's supposed to be. Okay, let's see how much time we have. 10 minutes. Let's talk generally about what we did today. I did make some small critique sheets for you, just taking notes on these pieces of paper. So I'm going to tear those up when we get to the end here and talk a little bit. Let's see where we are. Now, all of you who are here today are caught up because you have completed your first speech, and I've checked that all off, so you're in good shape. Obviously, we're not here on Friday, but we will be back next Monday. And on that day, we'll have the remaining speeches for those who've not been able to do theirs yet. They missed today for weather reasons or another emergency reason or illness or something like that, and we will get those going on Monday. Jacob is new to being with us here today. Jacob, do you have any questions about how things are going to go?
No, I basically found it all out today. Like, I didn't know we had a classroom.
Good. Okay, well, you're here, and so you're caught up. Let's see, which way do we want to go today? I don't want to do too much lecturing. I had a speech lined up for you because I think it's good for us to watch occasional speeches of how professional people speak. And of course, this course is not meant to turn you into a professional speaker. It's trying to turn you into a little more polished speaker. So when you get out there in your leadership environments, you at least have a concept of how to put your speaking together, how you look around the room and make eye contact, how you use your hands. And that's something Jacob did. I don't think I made a comment on your Yeah, good use of hands. You are counting things off like this. That's always a good thing. I'll talk a little bit about this too. I've mentioned your hands quite often, and I'm a little taller, I'm 6'3", so it's pretty easy for my hands to be up here. But if you're not as tall and your hands are hidden down, I don't know how I can, let's see. So if I'm here, you can't really see my hands, like they're not moving or anything. So you want to make sure that you get them moving around a little bit. But there's a couple of hand strategies. One is to bend your finger like this instead of pointing, because you always hear like it's rude to point, right? You're not supposed to point at people. But if you bend it like this, and you watch politicians sometimes, and you'll see them doing this number. Like they'll bend that knuckle and kind of point this way. That way they're using their hand for emphasis, but they're not pointing at people. And see, I can't even bring myself to point at any one of you. I'm just pointing at Eddie back there because he's the technical director. And there's some cultural reasons for that you may not know, and that's an important concept too, just the idea of who you're talking to. So for instance, I've worked for a lot of time, I have a lot of native family, and also I work in Indian country quite a bit, and one of the things I learned early on, one particular tribe has some cultural reasons why you don't point, and that is because in their older medicine ways, if you were to dip your finger in medicine, you flick it at somebody. And so in that particular tribal tradition, if you're pointing at someone, they wonder if you're flicking medicine at them. So you wouldn't know that if you didn't have that piece of information, but if you went to that particular tribe and you were doing a speech, that's something that you'd want to be aware of. So how do you protect yourself from that? Don't point. Do this thing. There's a couple other ways. You hold your hands behind your back. This typically is thought of as a very passive speaking style. It means you're not protecting yourself at all. You're being very open. There's what's called the fig leaf. It comes out of Adam and Eve time. People keep their hands here. And some people think that that's a good way to be non-confrontational. I don't really use the fig leaf. Another way is to put your hands like this, but not for too long. Because this is sort of the philosopher thinking pose. It's authority without getting real aggressive. But you hold it too long and it almost looks like overstated or pompous, that you're trying too hard to look super intellectual. So it's okay to bring your hands together, make a point like this, then let your hands go. What we want to avoid is locking our hands like this and leaving them there. So you want to keep your hands free. And occasionally you can also make a point like this. Now there's no science behind this at all. You know what the solar plexus is? You medical folks, who's going in the medicine world? That's like this area right here, right? It's your guts, basically. You've heard that gut instinct or a gut feeling? Like something just happens down here that makes you realize something's wrong. So there is an old idea that, your solar plexus is here, you use your hands like this, you're kind of shooting your good energy out, basically. Now, that is not proven by science, okay? So you can't look it up and go, well, Dr. Foley says that I'm aiming my chakra at you and it's gonna wear you out, just by that. No. But it is a way to think about, where all this energy is. And the same thing kind of goes with this. But think about your hands and what you're doing. How can you get them out there? Back in the Army days, when we learned how to be instructors, they told us to put one hand in our pocket and talk with the other hand. Here's how you talk to people. That way you've got a little bit of casualness going, but at the same time you've got your other hand open so you can gesture for emphasis. But of course, we never put our hand all the way in our pocket. Why?
Because a grown man yells at you.
No, it's not so much that, it's protecting yourself. If you got your thumb all the way in your pocket, it's harder to get out. So when you start tripping and falling and going down, your hands, you never put your hands all the way. This is safety. When you're walking out there on the ice, you're not supposed to have both hands in your pocket, number one. But if you are going to keep your thumbs out, that way you're faster to protect yourself. That doesn't have anything to do with public speaking, but it does come up. So this kind of thing. Be ready to do that. Think in terms of being a little more casual, using some movement up here, and just about everybody I mentioned a little bit of the freeing your hands. I think Jacob was the person who used it the most, and perhaps also Braden also was using his hands well there. What else would I bring up in the short amount of time we have left, just 4 minutes? I want you to be thinking about current events and what's happening in the world right now as we get to our argumentative essay, or argumentative speech rather. What do you really feel passionate about that you can really talk about? Now, obviously we're on television, so we have to be somewhat cautious about how we approach things these days. But this last weekend was a very dramatic weekend in American history in a lot of ways. And so we're confronted with this on a daily basis, and I think acting like nothing is going on is a challenge because there's so much going on. And it doesn't matter which side of the fence you're on of it all, there's a lot of emotions backed up into this. And so I want you to think about how emotions charge your speech. Something you really believe, you really care about. Now, Braden also, he mentioned he had a little bit of a runny nose and so forth, and kind of let us know that that was going on. But you could tell his voice became a little more emotional when he was talking about his family. Here's my wife, he's pointing out his children, he loves them very much. We're drawn in by that kind of thing. So I think it was Ari who talked about being a set of twins, and one twin didn't make it, but she did. It drew us in to that conversation. I think someone, and I could use examples from all of you in one way or another. Olivia told us about a life-changing experience of going and hearing a conference where people were speaking about things that she cared about, and it really motivated her to think some new things. So that draws me in as a thinking person, because your intellectual ability is what you are refining and developing here at the university. Everything should be feeding your ability to think and then express yourself, to communicate, whether that's in writing or speaking. So I want you to think about these subjects that potentially could be subjects that would draw us in. So Laura, being from Argentina, instantly creates a little interest just from that. Wait, you didn't grow up in Chelsea? Meaning Chelsea right up the road, not Chelsea in Manhattan, or the neighborhood in Manhattan. So if you have something unique to talk about, bring that out. If you met Emily, for example, and she were wearing a sweatshirt and you couldn't see her big cattle prize belt buckle, you might not know that she's shown champion cows in the past. So she's got an interesting story to tell us. And Jacob here has, if you've been in the military, period, you've got interesting stories, no matter what.
Not ones I'd say on TV.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't necessarily tell the stories, but I'm saying you've got interesting stories. How do we convert our experience into something that we can discuss? The whole idea of like dog tags. Okay, so you can make a story out of dog tags, because that's your identification marker. That's the old analog thing. You get two of them. One, or used to have a piece of rubber around it so they wouldn't clang when you're wearing them. And one is for you, and one is for the coroner, is who it's for. So you got one that consistently identifies you, and you've got one that the death detail has so they can write down on their form who you are. And when they told us that, it gave us an instant recognition that we could die from this whole situation here, no matter what occupation we're in. So it makes you focus more. So a story like that, you can bring out as well. All right, we just have a few seconds left. I'm glad we're back and we all more or less survived the snow. Those of you watching at home, your speech will be next Monday, and then we're going to move on to the informational speech, where you're going to tell us about something that you know a lot about. So with that, have a nice weekend and keep your hands out of your pockets while you're walking across the ice.